So, now that the Justice Department is determined to ruin every black person's Thanksgiving, I have taken it upon myself to bring you my favorite new game. Well, it's not really a new game, but it's new to you. It's actually old to me. I like to call it Why Are Black People So Angry? To use a movie as an example, I like to think of it as the end of To Kill a Mockingbird, where the prosecutor totally proves that Boo Radley did it, but everyone's like, nah, we're just gonna blame the black guy. That's when you turn to the screen and you go, why are black people so angry? Turns out shooting an unarmed 18-year-old dead in the street is the equivalent of South Park's He's Coming Right For Us. He's coming right for us. Point that nobody's actually surprised when Darren Wilson gets off with absolutely nothing, or George Zimmerman gets off with absolutely nothing. This is why I like to play my little game of Why Are Black People So Angry? I'm honestly trying to figure out what people are in any way surprised when there are riots. I mean, riots like these come about for one specific reason. It's usually because nobody's paying attention to the people who are being wronged. It is a tool of the powerless and the unheard. Why do black people always have to show restraint? That's the thing that everybody always says. Like, oh, we need to be careful, we need to be calm, we need to observe the law, while there's a Cliven Bundy out there refusing to give up his land that he doesn't even own, refusing to pay his taxes, and he's doing it at the end of a rifle that they are pointing at federal officers, and nobody seems to be calling for his head, making sure that he gets arrested or killed. But if you have one black guy in a Walmart with a toy gun, he clearly needs to get shot to death. Because no matter what, being black is still a crime. I always want to bring up Martin Luther King as a good example as to how you can be non-violent and still get your point across. And they always forget that the one reason why Martin Luther King's point got across is because they killed him. The question is what really happened, and I don't know if we'll ever know. We will never know. There's the cop story, there's the witnesses story. Everyone says the witnesses are lying or inconsistent. If you know anything about the way witnesses work, yeah, they're inconsistent. They're not necessarily lying, but they see things a certain way. Everybody brings their own perspective to things, so there's no way that an eyewitness can really be trusted 100%. And if that's true, then how is the cop trusted 100%? Especially when he's given weeks to get his story straight before they in any way ask him what was happening. You're clearly going to lie to make yourself look good. You always lie to make yourself look good. If you do it consciously or unconsciously, you still do it. You still tweak the facts and add your own perspective to things that may or may not be true. So we will never know what happened that day, ever. Not truly. Not the rest of us. The people who were there think they know, but even then we don't really know, because that's not how memory works. But we do know that a man with a gun killed a man without a gun in a place that has definite racial issues. And the people of said community, Ferguson, they know what it's like to be hated by the people that are supposed to protect them. I honestly don't get why, I mean, as angry as black people are, I don't get how you can still muster anger at all. It's just this thing that happens all the time. I mean, you run around as a black man, you probably have a target on your chest or in your head or in your back or wherever they want to shoot you, really, honestly, and it's always going to be there. How you can even get mad enough to do anything. But I get it. And I guess at a certain point, the lack of anger that I have is actually more infuriating than any anger that I could muster for any given situation. Because I'm not angry because they didn't go after the guy who killed a child in the street who happened to be black, probably because he was black. I'm more angry that I knew the outcome. Like, I knew he was going to get off. I knew that was going to happen. I knew it before they even told me what the situation was. Just, a white cop kills a black child who had no gun in the street in the middle of the day. I know that guy's getting off. He may never be a cop again, but he's not going to jail. Black people aren't mad because he got off. They're mad because they always get off. They're mad because it's not that they didn't expect him to get off. What they wanted, what we all want, is for once it to go the way it's supposed to. The way that everyone is told that it always does go. The way that Aaron Sorkin writes it. People need an emotional outlet, and when denied it, they will find one. Sometimes it's the end of a Molotov cocktail. Sometimes it's a burned out police car. Sometimes it's destroyed local businesses. Those things are horrible. But you can't ask people to just keep taking it. You just can't. You can't say every injustice that you had to endure, just keep eating it. It's just fine. We're not going to help you. We're not going to fix it. We're not going to fix the schools. We're not going to help you in any way. And we're going to kill you. And you just have to keep taking it. Why are black people so angry?